Hello friends, this is your Fit Tips video for No Longer Slaves by Bethel Music. This is a stretch and cool down. So let's get started. We're going to start out with our feet together, and as we open up our arms we pull our shoulder blades together, stretching through those front pectoral stretch chest muscles. Then we support our body and lean over for a sad oblique stretch. Now I want you to remember that depending on your flexibility, your fitness level, you may want to just reach straight up through your fingertips, lean a little bit, or even farther. You should be feeling it along here. So you decide how far to go. Also, you'll notice that often when we do these oblique stretches, we support with our hand here, similar to our flat back stretches, because we are supporting against gravity so that when we don't hang over and let gravity pull on us, but our hand also helps support against that gravity pull. Of course, you'll do it on the other side. The next part, we're going to have toes and knees front, single, single, double, inside thigh stretch. Single, single, and double pulse. Again, feeling that on the inside thigh stretch, hands on your hips if you like. You can do no hands on the hips, a little more difficult, but great to have them here too if you want. Great job. Now in the video, on the choreography video, I already showed you a little bit about this hip flexor stretch. So stepping forward with your right foot, for example, lunging down into your left knee, you should feel this left quad and hip flexor. I'll show you from the side. Right here you see that my legs are in two lines, not on a tightrope. If I put my feet on a tightrope, it makes me lose my balance and I could hurt myself. So from the side you'll see front foot, toe front, down into a lunge, stretching this leg on this side. Also, don't let your knee go past your toe. And some people may be strong enough or flexible enough to go down 90 degrees and hold. If not, you can be about here, whatever works for you. I'm going to show you from that other side so that you see that this leg right here, this is the quad of the back leg and hip flexor that we're stretching. As a little tutorial, we've talked about different hip flexor stretches throughout our classes. For example, some people may want to touch the wall, bring that foot towards your butt, and you'll feel it through here. So some people like that. You need to make sure you're finding your balance or touching something. Another example is the toes toward the corner, leaning back, hip flexor stretch through here, navel tight, again neck in line with your spine. On this example, sometimes our feet are a little farther apart. So you decide that'll work for you more. If they're farther apart, you won't have to lean your back so much. But in this song, we're doing the front lunge down into the knee. Let's see. So that's that section. The next chorus section, we're going to come down with our tailbone back to the wall, stretching our gluteals, push away through the heels of our hands, pulling our shoulder blades together, keeping our navel tight, coming all the way up, flexing our biceps, reaching through our abs. So again, for example here, tailbone back, neck in line with your spine, knees behind your toes. All right? When we push out, stretching and pulling those shoulder blades together, when we come up, I want you to think about abs opening, pulling rib cage and waistline apart, stretching through that. Also, many of these movements are symbolic, and so that ministers to our soul part of the song. But I want you to really think about what ways you're stretching and cooling down those muscles. So we do that sequence a couple times to repeat. Let me remember. Then we have our toes and knees front, our regular flat back stretch, which many of us are used to by now. Coming down for 4, hands on our knees, rounding through our spine for 4, shoulders back and down. Doing it again. So we'll do a couple of those. And remember, if your flat back is only about 45 degrees or something, that's okay too. Go only as far as you feel comfortable. You should feel mild tension, but not pain in your stretches. Then the next part is that we reach through our hands, kind of opening up our hands to God, but we are pulling our shoulder blades apart as we stretch through those trapezius muscles, stretching through. Then we'll open, pull those shoulder blades together, and we actually walk forward at that point because it says something about walking in the song. And then we pull our shoulder blades together, stretching through our pectoral chest muscles. So here you'll see, I am not clasping my hands. You could clasp your hands here. Some people like that for a really strong chest stretch, but know that you have options. So these examples going together, front, shoulder blades apart, shoulder blades come together, shoulder blades even tighter together. In more intense, clasp those hands and then clasp the hands in the back. So either way is fine. You do not have to clasp your hands, whatever your flexibility level. So we do that a couple times. We finish out with those strong bicep, open up the abs, reach through the fingertips to the sky. Yeah, so we hope you enjoy this song. Let it help you stretch and cool down. And thanks so much for being a part of our community. Let us know if you have other questions. Bye-bye.